Yo, what's up guys, be by Hasty. In case this is your first time, and yeah, in today's video I'm basically going to be talking about home studio equipment, home studio gear, like all you need as a music producer starting up. And yeah, like we all know, things are really expensive right now due to inflation, but I'm going to try my best to make sure that whatever I'm going to be asking you guys to get is going to be realistic and budget friendly as much as possible. And also I'm going to also give you guys some techniques that you can use if you have low budget stuff. And yeah, so that you can try to have at least something close to perfection in your music production journey, so that you don't get so overwhelmed with how prices are these days. So without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into the video. So yeah guys, one thing I just want to let you guys know is you are only as good as yourself, and you are only as good as what you have up here. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't want you to feel like I need this massive big studio, I need these nice speakers, I need these nice headphones before I'll be able to make good music. Oh man, I need, yes, those stuffs are nice, but at the end of the day, if your skill is not good enough, trust me guys, those things are just nothing. Do you understand? I know of a producer friend of mine that makes really good music, then with just earpiece. Like, this guy is crazy. He's a mixing engineer, by the way, and some things he comes up with the little thing he has is really amazing. So sometimes you ask yourself questions like, if you can do what you are doing with the little that you have, imagine if you have the opportunity to have everything, what are you going to do next? So with that being said, I'm going to start with the laptop specification that I think you will be needing. Definitely, realistically speaking, or production wise, if you are using Windows, you want to make sure you have at least 16 GB RAM, or the minimum you can go is 8 GB RAM. When you're looking for a spec, do you understand, for the laptop, 8 GB RAM is the lowest that you can go. That can at least help to do one or two things. But if you don't have the budget for 8 GB and you only have money for 4 GB, there's no need to be feeling down like you can't do production. Yes, you can. All you just have to do, if you are using 4 GB of RAM of your laptop, just make sure that your space at least is 512 gig. Please try that, because you'll be installing stuff, you'll be buying plugins, you'll be getting libraries. Do you get? But if you have 4 GB RAM as your laptop spec, you want to stick to the video, and I'm going to explain to you how you can tend to help reduce those CPU usage. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to get your laptop. Trust me, the most important thing that you want to invest in is your laptop. So guys, even if you have a 4 GB laptop, you want to try to invest in maybe 18 or 16 GB RAM for your laptop, 512 GB of space. Then for your processor speed, I always advise maybe anything from 2.60 hertz, 2.60, like I think that's okay, upward 3 points, whatever you can go up from there. That's really advisable to get. And if you are using Mac, if you can afford it, or if you can save for it, I would advise you get from the M1 series, because I noticed most of my friends that get like the normal Intel 2019, 2018, over time they experience one or two issues. But if you're not able to do that, it is fine. It is totally fine to actually have a 2016 MacBook, 2017 MacBook, 2018 MacBook. Just make sure that your RAM is around the same numbers that I'm calling, which is that the 8 gig RAM at most. But yeah, like I said, for people that have 4 gig RAM, now when you're producing, all you just have to do is make sure you are bouncing all what you've played. Do you get? So let's say, for instance, you load in okay, let me go to my laptop and explain for you. So let's say, for instance, you have your Sky keys right now and you play something. So let's just quickly play something. So what you want to do, if you have a laptop that is not capable of handling so much thing, whenever you finish playing, maybe you're using Ableton, maybe you're using FL Studio. These are like the DAWs that you're going to be using. I'm going to explain DAWs for you as well, but I just want to explain for people that have low gigabyte RAM. All you can always do, make sure you're always bouncing to audio, to wave. Do you understand? So when you bounce to wave, you can just drag it down. Do you get? This way you are basically not consuming any CPU usage. So like this, you can just load only one maybe Omnisphere, one Nexus, one whatever, and all you'll be doing, whether you're using Cubase, whether you're using FF Studio, whether you're using Ableton, all you just have to be doing is basically bouncing to audio. Do you get me? And when you bounce to audio, you just drag and drop it. You see, now you can still use this to still play something else to this. For example, I'm trying to be realistic with you guys, you understand? So I'm just playing anything, but you can see I can still play this, for instance, and I'm just basically going to like freeze track. When I freeze track, I'm going to flatten the track as well. I'm so sorry. I'm going to like create another audio track and drag what I've played down. So can you see, with this way, even with the low RAM that I have, I am able to manage my CPU usage, and you can see my CPU usage around here is still showing 0%, meaning I am basically not consuming anything. So yeah, if you cannot afford 8 gig, 16 gig RAM, and you have 4 gig RAM, even if you have 8 gig RAM, you can still do this as well when you are producing. Always bounce to wave. Do you get what I'm saying? Always bounce to wave. That way your CPU will be well protected, and you can do, especially if you're using FS Studio, where you'll be noticing all those crack kind of sound. It will be clipping somehow. But when you do this, when you keep bouncing whatever you are using, trust me, you won't have to encounter such problem. Do you get? So I just wanted to like lay that out real quick. So I hope that is understandable. So you want to invest more on your laptop. Trust me, your machine, your laptop is the most important thing and the whole of this music production gears that you need. So I hope the specs that I've laid out for you, you can try to get them as well. So yeah, if you have a budget of like 150,000 naira, depending on whatever country you are from, maybe you're from the Ghana, whatever you're watching me, Nigeria, just make sure you get like 8 gig RAM, 16 gig RAM. For the minimum, if you have 4 gig RAM, you can do this. And if you have 8 gig RAM as well, and you're still having issues, you can do this. And in some cases as well, even if you get the 256 gigabytes, you can now get like an external hard drive. An external hard drive is very important. That is another equipment you need to accompany your laptop. Do you get what I'm saying? So you want to get an external hard drive, and that is where you'll be storing your data like your jobs, data like your sample packs, data like your everything you're doing. Like for instance, my laptop right now, the only thing that I installed in my laptop is just the stuff I'm using to work. Do you get? Like my Ableton and other VST plugin. But when it comes to people's job that I'm working on, I have them on an external hard drive because of experience. Your laptop can crash at any time, and you don't want a situation whereby your laptop crashes, that you now have to start from the beginning. And so that's the reason why the second equipment, and I'm going to be asking you guys to get when you have a laptop, is an external hard drive, so that way you can store your works there, you can store your packs there, you can store your libraries, plugin libraries, VST libraries, you can store them there, like Contact, Omnisphere, and all those things. So that way, even if you have a 256 or whatever ROM space, you're not going to be eating the space because you have an external hard drive. All you just have to do is just make sure that you are reading maybe your contact library and all of that. You send it directly to your external hard drive. That way you free up space for your laptop. So yeah, you want to get your hard drive, very important, or maybe from 512 gig to 1 terabyte. Depends on the amount of money that you have. So the next equipment that I'm going to be advising you guys for a home studio, for somebody that is just starting up, you don't necessarily need speakers. Do you get? I'm trying to be realistic as possible. You can just get headphones. Do you get? You can get headphones. If you have the money, you can purchase the Audio Technica, maybe 20x, 30, 50x, depending on how much you have. I cannot really give you guys certain prices because at the end of the day, I feel like you that you're watching me, you know how much you have in your pocket. So I can only tend to like tell you the kind of gear that you can use. Do you get? So you can get the Audio Technica maybe from the 20, 30, whatever you get, whatever your money can afford. Because trust me, when I started, I was using a Behringer headphone. a Behringer headphone. I bought it as a then if you're in Nigeria, 6,000 naira, 7,000 naira, maybe now it could be around 20 something thousand naira. I just needed something that I'll be able to use to start working. Do you get? Because as time goes on, you will keep acquiring new gears. So you don't want to wait till when you have enough money before you just start. You get me? So you can just get the Audio Technica, you can get the Behringer headphones. And yeah, if you have the money, our advice as well, you can get the sound card studio set that comes with a sound card, with the headphones and the mic. Trust me, that's the mic I'm using, and this mic I've been using it for more than 5-7 years, because that was when I bought my first sound card studio. It came with a headphone. The headphone is spoiled now. The sound card, I sold it some time ago, and right now I'm just using the mic. Okay, so yeah, you want to make sure you get the headphones based on your budget. Do you get me? But if you have the money in like 50,000, 100,000, you can just try to go get any Audio Technical service. Definitely you're going to be needing DAW when you've gotten your laptop and your headphones. I was supposed to call the DAW first, so you want to decide which of them do you want to use. Do you want to use the Ableton? Do you want to use the FL Studio? Do you want to use Presonus? Do you want to use Cubase? Do you want to use Logic? Logic is specifically only for MacBook. So what you can do is just basically go to this website, download the trial version, load them into your laptop, watch some videos. If you're into Ableton, you can watch my video. I have a video where I broke down how to use Ableton, and some other producers as well broke down how to use other DAWs. So you want to get these DAWs, try them out and see what works well with your workflow. Do you get? And for anybody that is just starting, I can advise you to use FL Studio. That's like one of the easiest DAWs that you can use. They say, easiest, because yes, that was what I started with. So yeah, you want to go check out some of these DAWs and figure out what works for you based on your own workflow. Do you get? So after you've gotten the DAW, you've gotten your laptop, you've gotten your headphone, trust me, you're good to start. Like, you are good to start. You get? Even if you don't have money for sound card is very important, trust me, because that's where you'll be using to plug your mic. Do you get? And all that thing. But even if you don't have money for sound card, yes, I said it because I also started that way. You can just get your headphones and make your beats with your laptop. Do you get? I'm trying to do this so you don't feel like you need to buy some certain things before you get started. Make do with what you have. I'm telling you today, don't wait till you have the whole world before you start. It might be too late. So if you can afford only your laptop and the headphones, start with that. Trust me. Do you get me? And now, what if you have the money to start up a proper budget-friendly studio? What am I going to buy? Okay, I'm going to advise you to go get the Focusrite studio set. That is enough for you to start up, remember. So because that's going to come with the sound card 2i2, I think 3rd generation or 4th, or the new generation, depends. And that's going to come with the headphones, and that's also going to come with the mic. Like I said, that's the mic I'm using here. Most of my old songs, if you go to my Spotify, this was the mic I used to record. Hosanna, one of my best tracks, this was the mic I used to record. So that's why I said you are only as good as what you have up here. Do you get? It doesn't matter what gear you have. Do you get? I can use this mic to record amazing songs. Do you get? So I'm not trying to say that when you have the money, you shouldn't go for those high things, but I'm just trying to make sure that we all as a community are being realistic. Okay, so if you have the money to invest, you can go get the studio set. Very advisable. That's very good. I think Focusrite is like a very friendly company that everybody uses, and I would advise we all get that as well. So what is studio monitors? So yeah, if you want to get studio monitors, you don't need to break the bank for this. Trust me. When I was starting up, I started with this, owning these speakers. It was crazy, bro. But I started with that because I couldn't wait till when I had the money to purchase big speakers. And trust me, for the past 7 years, I've been using my BX5 and I haven't really had the reason to upgrade it. Do you get? Yes, I'm supposed to. Hey, why won't you upgrade it? They have big, amazing speakers. Because I'm good with my headphones. I invested more on my headphones, on my 50X Audio Technica, because my room here, it's not really padded that much for me to get the quality of the speaker I'm needing. And one thing you have to understand, the size of your speaker depends on your space. You get? You cannot really have a small space and you're buying a big speaker. No. Do you get? Big speakers are for big spaces. So I don't want you guys to make that mistake. Me, I've been using BX5 for more than 5 to 7 years. So that's a good place to start. If you have the money, you can go get BX5. You can get Yamaha HS5 as well. Pretty expensive, but I think a good place to start is BX5 for monitors. And if you have the money, you can go as far as Adams Audio. You can go as far as Yamaha 8. You can go as far as BX8. You can even purchase the Rocket as well. So these are like some few ideas for monitors that you can get if you're just starting up. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm trying to be realistic so that we all don't have to break the bank before we start doing what we love, which is making music. So I hope all of this is really setting in and making sense for you guys. So yeah, you can start up with most of these things that I've said, and trust me, you'll be good to go for sure. So now for MIDI controllers, if I'm going to advise on MIDI controller, if you have the money, you can get the Oxygen, M-Audio Oxygen. I think most people started with that as well. Personally, I started with a Casio MIDI piano. This normal MIDI Casio piano that has speakers on the top like this. Maybe I'll look for a video and put it here, but if I don't, but it has a speaker here. But the good thing was it has this USB and the USB 1.8 millimeter or something like that you can use to plug at the back. Then the other USB goes into the laptop. So I was able to start using that piano. That was what I was using to learn how to play piano then, but I was fortunate enough that it could work for laptop. So you can go look for Casio as well that has that. And if you have the money, you can go get Oxygen. I think M-Audio Oxygen. I'll put the picture here somewhere so you can go get that as well. That's a very good place to start when you're just starting up. 4 octaves. You can get 4 octaves if you play keys very well. If you don't play keys very well, you can get 2 octaves. The reason why I'm going to advise for the Casio, if you can get it, I'm not sure if they sell it anymore. It used to have one that has a memory card, so that's what I was using then. And if they still sell it, the good thing about that is that can work when you don't need to on your system, because then I could just plug it and just practice without owning my system. And it uses battery as well, so they don't need to be live for me to practice playing piano. So that's like killing 2 birds at a time. Do you get? So you can go look for that Casio keyboard if you can. But if you feel like you have the money to invest, you can get the Impulse. You can buy the M-Audio Novation. So these are really high-end keyboards if you have the money. You can buy KeyStation as well. Alexis too, very good. But if you don't have the money, you're starting up, you can just go for the Oxygen. And yeah, these are like the little one. But if you don't play keys, I mean, your keyboard, your laptop, your headphones, and you're good to go. And for if you want to buy a sound card and you don't have the money for the studio set, you can just simply go buy the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. It's cheaper and it's a very good place to start. Do you get? So you can go get that, as well as the PreSonus audio box, and that's also a good place to start from for sound card. So moving on, if you're going to be recording people, because I get when you're just starting as a music producer, you don't necessarily have to start recording people. You're just making beats and investing in your skill. So you want to invest on courses, and if you don't have the money, we have YouTube University. YouTube University is free. We have a lot of tutorials, a lot of courses there, but the only thing is it is not organized. You get, but there are some YouTubers there that try to organize their playlist so that you can go and get what you want. I try my best to do that as well. So when you've gotten all of these things, definitely you want to start investing in yourself. So basically, the home studio equipment that you're going to be needing is your laptop and your headphones. These 2 things are very good to go if you're a music producer and you're not yet recording. But when you start recording, that is when you can now start getting a studio set of that comes with the Focusrite mic and headphones. And you can also get BX5. Like I said, I've been using this for years and it's been working for me. And yeah, you'll be needing a pop filter. You can get a normal pop filter, maybe 8,000, 5,000, 6,000. And you can also get this icon right here at my back. I bought this from AliExpress. Yes, AliExpress is also a place where you can go and get things cheap. You get, because I remember when I bought this on AliExpress as a demo, I was like 2 years ago or something like that. They were selling it very expensive, but I got this at AliExpress for free. So yeah, for cheap, sorry. So you can go on AliExpress if you know how to use AliExpress. Trust me, you see, I bought this as well from AliExpress. This stuff you're seeing like this. I bought my lights from AliExpress. So AliExpress is a very good platform where you can go and buy things for cheap. So I advise, if you can, but just be careful too as well. So yeah, AliExpress is one place where you can get pop filter, and if you want, you can get a mic stand. And yeah, you can chat me up on Instagram if you are in Nigeria, and I will direct you to someone at Alaba International where you will be able to get at least cheaper equipment in wholesale price. Yes, I said it, guys. So if you are in Nigeria, chat me up on Instagram if you want to purchase anything, and I'll link you up with somebody. I'm trying to help as much as I can, because at the end of the day, we are all not going to be here forever, and we want to leave a mark before we leave. So yes, if you're in Nigeria and you need equipment, let me know. I have a couple of music producers as well that we need to sell for cheap. So just chat me up on Instagram. Let me know what you want if you are in Nigeria. Do you get? But if you're not in Nigeria and you want to get some things for cheap, you can go on AliExpress. It takes like 2 weeks shipping, but it's worth it. Trust me. That's where I buy most of the things in my studio. My camera, I bought it from AliExpress because it was way cheaper buying it from AliExpress. So yeah, this is basically just a simple video. I'm trying to encourage you guys to start with what you have, make do with what you have, and don't wait till you make a lot of money before you start. It might be too late. Like I said, it can only be good as what you have upstairs. So as much as you have your home studio, you want to invest in your craft and get better at what you're doing. So the takeaways you have to take from this video is all you need to start making music production is your laptop and your headphones, and you are good to go. Do you get me? Laptop and your headphones, you're good to start if you don't have the money. But if you have the money, then you can now start investing on Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 only for the sound card, or Focusrite Scarlett studio set. And if you need a speaker, you're looking for where to start from, you can get a Rocket, you can get a BX5. Like I said, that's what I've been using for more than 7 years. And you can get a HS5 as well. It's also a good place to start. Yeah, and another thing, you want to create a comfortable studio. You want to make a table. That is where you're gonna be sitting down and working, and gonna be needing that. But if you don't have that, you can just maybe go to your dining table, sit there with your laptop, sit there with your headphones, and start making music. Do you get? Yeah, just keep working, okay? And over time, you're gonna get better, and you'll be able to afford everything that you wanna afford. So just make sure you use AliExpress, and if you're in Nigeria, hit me up. I'll give you someone's number, and you can go there and get stuff for cheap, wholesale price, like I said. So now, one thing I also want to say before I end this video is for you to focus more on improving your skills so that you don't overbuy what you don't need. Do you get me? So please focus more on improving your skills, focus more on getting courses, watching videos, so that you can get better at your craft. That is very important as well for everyone as a music producer. And you can let me know in the comment section what type of gear are you using, and what problem are you having with the gear that you have. At the end of the day, let's try to grow, and let's try to create a community where we are being realistic with our goals. Do you get? And I don't want us to feel like, oh, I don't have enough money, so I can't start. That is the essence of making this type of video. Home studio. Yeah, I know you watch a lot of home studio video with a lot of big things, but everyone started somewhere, and I feel like we all have to start somewhere as well. So yeah, I'm going to, in my next video, I'm going to be showing you guys some nice basic techniques that you can use, whether you have an expensive gear or expensive laptop or a cheap laptop. I'm going to be showing you guys some basic techniques on how you can go about music production. So trust me, guys, you want to subscribe to the channel, you want to like, you want to comment, subscribe, so that you can always get a post notification when I post my next video. Because in the next video, I'm going to be trying my best to break down some certain things. Thanks for supporting the brand. Like I always say, you can only be as good as wherever you have upstairs. Your equipment can only be as good as whoever is using it. And if there's anything I've missed in this video, please drop it in the comment section and let's go from there. And that's it for me for this video. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay productive. Peace.